Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So a lot of you are thinking of moving to Maryland and possibly making Maryland your next home, but you're not coming alone, right? You're bringing the family with you, which is awesome. So today I'm going to discuss some of the top reasons as to why my wife and I and our 1-year-old son are calling Maryland home for the long haul, so you can decide if Maryland will be a good fit for you and your family. I'm also going to be discussing some things that I like about Maryland and some things that I could do without. So if you're looking for information just like that, then let's get started. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we discuss all things living here in the great state of Maryland. So if that's the kind of information you're looking for, make sure to hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're made aware of the new videos that we do each and every week. And if you're thinking about moving here to the state of Maryland, if you're considering purchasing a home, we get reached out to all the time and we absolutely love it. However you feel comfortable reaching out, whether it's by phone, email, or text, days, nights, and weekends, we've got your back when moving here to the great state of Maryland. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is things to do in Maryland, and specifically things to do in Maryland in less than an hour's drive. So for me, this was something that I really enjoyed, as I'm sure a lot of you have heard me mention. I was born and raised in Southern California, and although I've got nothing bad to say about it, it's absolutely beautiful out there. Sometimes you would just feel overwhelmed because outside of where you're living, it was kind of hard to do things. You know, you're dealing with so much traffic. It's so big, so massive, and you're dealing with long drives to things outside of kind of where you are. So for me, coming here to Maryland, being in central Maryland, so you're about 35 minutes to the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. You can do day trips, you can do afternoon trips. You know, with all the things in Baltimore, we're less than an hour to DC. So going and checking out all the museums, hanging out in DC and doing trips down there that are you know, fairly close as well. Stuff like that was awesome. Going to West Virginia, Harper's Ferry, which is absolutely beautiful, getting out there and hiking and doing stuff like that. It's just so much fun. So the amount of things that you have to do close by, less than an hour, is just awesome. And that's one of the things that I love about it. There's also several wineries within central Maryland, especially as you get into Frederick County, Carroll County. So it's not too far of a drive. And there's really limited traffic on the weekends, which is something that I love about the Maryland area as well. Outside of your normal, you know, high traffic times, your rush hour times, you're not dealing with a ton of standstill traffic. So it makes it easier to do things, easier to commute. And that's something that I absolutely loved about the area. Now, if you're willing to do a little more of a drive, about 2 to 3 hours, we've got some awesome mountains in Western Maryland. It's called Deep Creek. So year-round, this is an awesome place to go to with the family, with friends, where it's a really cool lake town, you know, big lake, man-made lake in Western Maryland. It's in Garrett County. And this is just an awesome place to go to year-round. In the winter, you can ski, you can do all things, you know, snow-related. So that's a great place to check out. And then Ocean City is probably 2.5 to 3 hours away, depending on traffic. It gets a little crazy in the summertime dealing with the Bay Bridge. But if you want to get out to the beaches, it's very doable. If you want to, you know, a little more of a quieter setting, because Ocean City can get touristy, it can get pretty busy, heading up to a little north to Delaware, or going south to the Outer Banks. I mean, that's going to be a little further of a drive down there in the Carolinas, but you're looking at 5 to 5.5 hours down there. So definitely more of a commute, but beaches are well within reach as well here in Maryland. So year-round, definitely, you know, fun things to do with not too much of a commute. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is cost of living. And full disclosure, this is going to vary depending on where you're coming from, what part of the country you're coming from, and your past experiences. So for me, the cost of living was, you know, manageable. It was actually a little bit of a step down just because coming from LA and greater LA, it's just so expensive on the West Coast. It's mind-boggling. So coming to Maryland, it was, you know, definitely a little bit more affordable, which was kind of nice. But I definitely understand for a lot of people, if you're coming from the middle of the country, if you're coming from you know, the South, it's definitely going to be probably more expensive. So depending on where you're coming from, what your past experiences are, that's something to, you know, kind of expect and be prepared for. Now, coming from Southern California, we did have a state income tax. So when we decided to move to Maryland, that was something I was hopeful to get away from. But It turns out Maryland's got a state income tax as well. So that's something that I'm not a huge fan of. It definitely makes living in Maryland more expensive, but it just comes with the territory. So I've talked about this in detail in some of the other videos that I've done, but I believe the state income tax is roughly 4.25% at the state level. And then Maryland, every single county is going to kind of jump in and have an additional local income tax that's going to be, piggyback with the state income tax. So a lot of people are going to be paying 7.5% state income tax, depending on what county you live in. So when you put those together, it definitely adds up and contributes to the higher cost of living here in Maryland. Another thing that I really love about the Maryland area is going to be the excellent education opportunities here. So Maryland is home to some of the top schools, colleges, and universities in the country. Maryland alone has 55 accredited colleges and universities. So no matter what you're looking to study, Maryland's got your back when it comes to education. And then also in regards to K through 12 academics, Maryland in both 2019 and 2020 ranked 4th in the nation in regards to education according to Education Week. So there was 3 things that they were looking at here. 1 was chance for success, 2 was school finance, and 3 was overall K through 12 achievement. They also noted that Maryland has extremely well-funded school districts and above average proficiency in both math and reading. And the number one thing that I love about Maryland is the opportunities here within Maryland. So if you are looking for career and for job opportunities, Maryland's got you covered here. There is no shortage of work if that's what you're looking for, and for opportunities on the career side of things. If you're looking for diversity and to meet new people, Maryland is an extremely diverse area with all different kinds of people from all different kinds of walks of life, from all around the country and from all around the world. So that's something that I love about Maryland, and having my son exposed to is the ability to meet new people from all over the place. So that's something that I love about the area as well. And another thing that I love about the area here is the economy that we have here in Maryland and how rock solid it is with the dual metro area and all the federal work that we have here. So Maryland has the largest percentage of federal workers in any state throughout the country, with also having over 60 federal agencies. Maryland also holds the majority of the country's top aerospace companies and defense contractors, while also having a $57 billion military industry. So again, if you're looking for work, Maryland's definitely got your back. All right, everyone, thanks so much for watching. If you ever have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out, and we'll see you at the next video.